Well, I think we're back. I think we're recording. My headphones are like, I can only hear out of one of them. So yeah, this is our first ever Sarcasm Speaks Skype. Well, no, it's Zoom. I always want to call it Skype just because it's the original. It's
When was the
like
last time you even used Skype? Honestly,
never.
like ever?
I don't know, probably like high school, middle school, high school.
I'm thinking I haven't used Skype in about 6 years, and it's still easy to say. It's like, oh, we'll Skype in. It's like, what the fuck? We don't use fucking Skype.
Yeah, it's like Kleenex. You know, it's like no one says give me a tissue. It's like I need Kleenex.
I hate when people use brands like that. It's fucking. It's like, oh, give me a Kleenex. It's like, fuck. You know, I didn't fucking buy Kleenex. I bought the
Yeah.
fucking cheap.
Well, technically they're not called Q-tips either. They're called cotton swabs, but who the fuck wants to say cotton swab?
That's true. I do say Q-tips.
Yeah, just give me. I just caught you in a pickle.
Who's in a pickle? Am I in a pickle?
Yeah, you said you don't like it when people say Kleenex, but you say
Yeah.
Q-tips.
Look what I fucking named myself. The Zoom name's dumb fuck. It's for a reason.
Yeah, no, that's true. All right. So what do we got? I don't know. You want to just kick this off and talk about football? When this episode is coming out Thursday, so this is day one of the NFL draft.
Surprised you guys didn't get like magazines to do the big board like we used to do.
Yeah, we dropped the ball. There was like a lot going on.
Yeah, it's been an issue with the whole moving and
like selling a house, trying to be productive members of society.
Yeah, you know.
I wouldn't say that, but definitely moving.
Yeah, selling a house, moving, working still through all of it.
I had to open another bank account today because eBay changed their policy so I can sell my fucking $1 cards and shit.
Yeah. I thought about doing that too because I don't want eBay linked directly to my actual bank account.
Yeah, I like to have my assets in different areas.
Yeah, it's all about diversification, you know?
Yeah, it's like, I'm trying to hide it because, obviously the government can't find it if
Yeah,
there
yeah.
isn't like a certain transaction. They definitely can't come and grab it.
Yeah, no, you want your funds to be woke. You need to be very diverse with your money.
Oh, I started a stash account 2 weeks ago.
I just splashed my whole fucking laptop. You guys go.
What's stash?
It's an investing app. You put a couple bucks in and whatever. They say they're gonna like make money for you. So far, I've made 80 cents, so that's pretty sweet. Moving up in the world.
Yeah, I got a financial guy now that I'm flush. Not to brag, but I do have half a house worth of profits that I need to invest. And part of me just wanted to go and fucking just do it all myself, but I guess I decided to go with a professional for some fucking dumb reason. But something I gotta fuck with is called BlockFi, and I don't know the exact ins and outs of it, but it's definitely related to crypto, and they definitely give you a high percentage on your money for what seemingly seems like no reason. So I got to imagine it's either way too good for now and it's going to suck later, or when you actually want your money, you definitely can't have it back.
You definitely won't get it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be one of those.
It seems to be that way because honestly, Mello, I know it's been a while, but like the NBA Top Shots shit, that has really died off, and I think it has to do with it seems so easy now, but or it seemed so easy at the start, and now it's like, fuck, this is like impossible.
Yeah. Well, there's always like on every release, it's like impossible to get. You have to wait in line, and it's all virtual, and it's like it's a fucking hassle. I've only gotten two packs, I think, and I've been doing it since February.
Yeah, but then it's like you can't just sell them whenever you want. you can't just sell each and everything whenever you want.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can list it whenever and for whatever you want, but it's just going to sit on the marketplace. Like I have a couple of my moments are sitting on the marketplace for whatever price I listed them for, and they've been there for weeks. So there has to be like a market for it.
Oh, so they did open up the marketplace? 'Cause I remember you said at one point they did.
No, they freeze the marketplace whenever they have a new drop. Whenever they release new stuff, they freeze the marketplace for like 24 or 48 hours. I think at first it was because of a like an infrastructure, like they needed like the bandwidth to fucking handle the pack drops. But then after a while they were like, oh yeah, we should just do that anyway. So it stops people from like turning and burning.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the financial advisory hour that, you know, clearly we know nothing.
Yeah, no, we're just a bunch of fucking idiots.
Sarcasm speaks mad money.
Yeah. Sarcasm
We can
speaks
start smashing shit
wrong
with a
money.
fucking baseball bat. Actually, no, you got the baseball bat in the corner.
Yeah, I do, right?
Right
There.
over the shoulder.
Right
Start
there.
smashing stuff. Be like Jim
Right
Crane.
there. I would make an awful what's the guy? Meteorologist. Because it's like behind it's behind. You have to like point and go do that whole stupid fucking thing. And over here, it's gonna be 75 and rain. The fuck oh yeah, we're talking about the draft. Because when this comes out, it's day one of the NFL draft. Are they doing like business as usual, or is it all Zoom? Or I know they got fucked in Vegas last year.
They're gonna be there.
Yeah, I think it's in person thing.
Yeah, it's in Cleveland, right? Fucking gross.
Oops.
Yeah.
Really nice this time of year.
The big destination city of fucking Cleveland. What a
It's
fall
great.
off.
You just go down the sidewalk and just trip over homeless people. It's pretty sweet. I've never
Yeah.
been, but Nico's loved it the one time he went.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's one of those like last year they had this whole big thing planned for Las Vegas, which is like the best place you could fucking go for any of this shit. And then it gets canceled. And then this year they're like, let's do it in Cleveland in case it gets canceled again. And then it doesn't get canceled.
Honestly, it should get canceled this year.
I think Nico said the weather in Cleveland's just like Buffalo, where it's just gray no matter what.
Yep. That sounds about right.
That's like the entire state of Ohio. I've been there plenty of times, and that's like the entire state. It just is gray and gross all the time.
Yeah. Ohio fucking blows. All right. So let me see.
Who do you think's going number one?
Penei Sewell, that guy.
Nah, that's good. That's
Offensive
Nate,
tackle.
built from the offensive line.
Yeah. Hold on. Can I pull this up? Yeah. Can you guys, I wonder, this should, if I share my screen, it should still record my screen, right? For like the YouTube people.
Should. Yeah, it shouldn't.
In theory.
Well, let's
Final days are here.
That's what I
let's
thought.
try it. Oh, the fuck is this? He wants me to do system preferences. Am I gonna have to like allow Zoom access to something?
Probably.
Bug it. Too much work.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of work.
Well, I mean, so the way it sounds right now, you got T Law,
Yep.
who is a Super Bowl 56 MVP already. Obviously he's going one. It looks like Wilson's going two for everything out there.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
I've been hearing Jones is gonna go 3, which is craziness.
Yeah.
Absolute craziness.
Yeah, they're talking about Field slipping.
Yeah, that's what I
So-
heard too. I mean, he's not going to get to the Patriots.
No, but my guy Chicken Dinner on Twitter, he came out last night and said any Kyle Pitts props that you can get, take the under 5.5, under 4.5. Just take whatever the fuck it is. Just take the under.
Yeah, I saw that.
They were even, and I don't know what his sources are. I mean, again, I typically trust him, but
Well, that would mean that Atlanta is going to draft a tight end at number 4 overall.
some people
That's
were
what I
even
saw on
giving Brady
CBS.
at number 3. Now, I don't know. I don't think you trade up to not take a quarterback. But
Yeah, especially when you have George Kittle on your team. You have the best tight end in the league.
yeah, but I mean, this guy isn't a real tight. He isn't like a tight end like that, though. You can have both.
Would you say he's like a Aaron Hernandez?
I don't know if he murders people.
Yeah.
He is from Florida.
Is he from Florida?
Well, no, I mean, he's like from the school, the University of Florida.
He may have a few manslaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't know if he kills people or not, but yeah, I mean, I guess there's late steam on that. Kyle Pitts dropping or going early.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see the Patriots drafting a quarterback. I don't see them. Not only do I not see them drafting a quarterback, I don't see them moving up.
So I saw on CBS Sports a few hours ago in a mock they had Patriots trading with Detroit to 7 to get Trey Lance, and they said they were going to trade the 15, the second round pick, and next year's first. Like that's way too fucking deep of a price. Yeah,
gross.
Trey Lance.
Gross. Was that Manny's hairball, or is he throwing up at the thought of that too?
Yeah. But
I think my favorite part of this is because I ask everybody at the gym just to get what's the consensus thoughts, and then therefore I know exactly what's not going to happen.
Right.
So
right.
they're definitely not getting a quarterback because people think that. They're also definitely not getting one of the Bama wide receivers.
No,
that isn't going to happen either. So I'm thinking they're going defense.
I think they do too.
My bookie has a prop right now where if you bet them to go defense, it's plus 180. That's pretty good odds.
Yeah, I already bet it.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I might have to do that now. What's our promo code?
Sarcasm Pod. You go to mybookie.com, sign up with Sarcasm Pod. They will give you a 50% match on your first deposit up to $1,000.
And just put it all on Patriots taking a defensive player.
Yes.
And
So, all right. So I got it right here. This website is actually just they're ranking all of them, but I don't really give a shit about the ranks. There's been 18. When was this? This came out March 25th of this year. So since Bill Belichick has been with the Patriots, he has drafted 18 players in the first round. So on their list, number 18, no surprise here. At the 29th overall in 2014 was Dominique Easley. So then it's N'Keal Harry was 32. Isaiah Wynn was 23. This isn't really what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is guys in the top half of the draft. So I'm just going to scroll, and I'm pretty sure it's only happened like 4 times, and maybe 3 out of the 4 it's been defense. So Lawrence Maroney was 21, Malcolm Brown 32, Sony Michel 31, Daniel Graham was 21, so he doesn't count. Merriweather was 24.
It's going to be Mayo and Seymour.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you Nate Solder. He was 17th overall. I think Ty Warren was pretty high, wasn't he? Yeah, Ty Warren was 13. So you got Nate Solder at 17. Ty Warren was 13. Gerard Mayo was 10.
Seymour was 6 in 2001.
Yeah, I'm just going down the list. Will Fork was 21, and then Richard Seymour was 6. So it has happened 4 times, right?
Yeah.
And 3 out of the 4, and I'm fudging, and I'm saying I'm including Solder, even though it was 17, but whatever. So if you want to be strict about it, 3 out of 3, top half of the draft, Belichick has gone defense. So
they also have to be pretty good players too.
Yeah. So that would be Richard Seymour, Gerard Mayo, and Ty Warren. fucking studs.
Yeah, they weren't important for the first three-peat, were they?
No, I don't think so.
Or I guess two of the three, because Mayo wasn't there.
Mayo was a little bit later. So, and then even overall, so if we just go down, there's been 18. So we've got Seymour, Wilfork, McCourty, Hightower, Jones, Mayo, Warren, Merriweather, Malcolm Brown, and Dominique Easley.
I was gonna say you're forgetting a big one.
I'm scrolling down the list. So of the 18 picks, 10 out of 18 in the first round have gone defense. So, I mean, it seems to me like a no-brainer. I think this is one of those situations. No. Let me finish. Let me finish. I feel like this is one of those situations where people are just overthinking everything, where they're like, oh yeah, the Patriots, they're so bad on offense. Oh, they're going to draft offense. They have to go offense. Because everyone is saying, the entire world is saying they have to go offense. So to me, in my brain, that means they're going to go defense, just because that's how things go. When the entire world thinks Bill Belichick is going to do one thing, he does the other thing almost out of spite. Even if he wanted to do that, like even if he wanted to draft a fucking offensive player, he'd be like, well, fuck them. They want me to do that. I'm going to draft a defensive guy. So
I don't know if you've heard Felger and Mass today. They're saying Peter King has them picking Devontae Smith at 15 and then getting trading the second for Jimmy G.
No. So here's what I think realistically goes down. I think all of the quarterbacks are gone in the top 10. Regardless of whether, because what I'm seeing a lot is Denver trading up. And I think it's going to depend on, it all depends on Atlanta. Atlanta is the linchpin. If Atlanta sits still and drafts Kyle Pitts 4th overall, then Denver can sit at 9 and just pick a quarterback at 9. I think if Atlanta picks a quarterback, which is a little iffy because they still have 3 years left on Matt Ryan, I think, on his deal. It's a little early for that, but either way, it's going to fall to Atlanta. Like whatever Atlanta does is going to dictate whatever, but regardless, there's going to be at minimum 4 quarterbacks gone in the top 10, whether Denver moves up or whatever, or does whatever. That just means, and so back up, like, cause let's do this whole thing. Dats, you and I'm pointing at you like you're here. You're not here. You can kind of see me pointing. You and I talked about this during last season, that 2 years ago, when Justin Herbert was a freshman, everyone was like, this kid's an absolute stud. He's going number 1 overall. He's phenomenal. He's great. And then all of a sudden, like, he had a down year as a sophomore. And then as a junior, before he got drafted, he played better, but he wasn't like lights out or anything. So we sat there and we were like, well, why are people surprised that Justin Herbert is good? Because when he was a rookie last year, he obviously won Rookie of the Year. He was really good. And people were like, oh my God, Justin Herbert came out of nowhere. And it's like, have you guys been paying attention? He was good. He's been good for years. He had a down year as a sophomore and then bounced back as a junior. He just blew the fucking doors off as a freshman, and then people forgot about him. So it's like, I look at it like, I forget where I was going with that. What did I say before that? I'm retarded. I had a point to that.
Honestly, I don't know I don't know how the Patriots fit into this, because there's no one. They're not high enough. So
no, was it? Oh, no. I got it. I'm sorry. Quick. I'm sorry. Before I forget again, because I'm stupid. So let's back up to 6 months ago. How many quarterbacks did people think were going to be drafted in the top 10? 2. So this is a similar situation. The way I look at it is you have a time at a time previously in the past, people had like this evaluation of like, oh, these guys are good. These are all right. These are top 10 talents. These are guys that like may go later in the first, whatever. And then all of a sudden, like as we get closer, people just forget about all of that. So now all of a sudden you got 4 quarterbacks going in the top 10. Well, I look at that like good. Now there's more players available at 15. There's better players available because people are going to be making all kinds of stupid picks. And so the top 2 wide receivers are going to be gone. The top 4 quarterbacks are going to be gone. Probably the top 2 offensive tackles are gone, but you're not going to draft a tackle anyway. So you're going to be looking at potentially the number 1 or the number 2 linebacker in the draft, or the number 1 or number 2 defensive tackle or defensive lineman in the draft, because there's going to be some corners that go early too. Patrick Surtain is going to go pretty early, and you're probably not really going to draft a corner because the defensive, the secondary is fucking stacked. So I love that. Go ahead, draft all the fucking quarterbacks. Everyone trade into the top 10 and take all the stupid fucking quarterbacks. Take all the stupid fucking guys you want. There actually could be three wide receivers off the board by the time we get to the Patriots, because Jamar Chase is fucking nasty. He's probably going to end up being the best wide receiver out of the class. But he's not going to get drafted first, probably.
I'll take that action.
Well, everyone's fucking.
No, Jamar Chase is the best receiver in the class, and if he gets past, so I'm looking at the order right now. So I got Lawrence Wilson, then I have nameless quarterback to the 49ers.
Right.
The Falcons, I think, are going to take Pitts just based off of gamblers.
Yep.
Then
Sewell is going to the Bengals at 5.
I think Miami takes Chase.
See, I think in a normal world, Miami would take Chase, but I think they might go after what's his face? The Heisman winner. Smith. Because of Tua.
I don't know, man.
I think they're gonna, and I mean, if I'm the GM, I'm drafting Chase because I think he's a fucking stud. But this is the Miami Dolphins we're talking about here. I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, oh, well, Tua was kind of iffy last year. Let's give him a guy he's comfortable with, help him, get over that hump in the second year or something, like someone he already has a relationship with. You know what I mean? That type of bullshit.
You know what would be a better way to get Tua comfortable? Give him the best fucking receiver out there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying I would draft Smith. I'm saying I think there's a solid chance that the Dolphins do Dolphin shit and draft Smith instead of Chase.
I don't know. I think Smith and Waddle. You know what? They're probably gonna go. I'm like, I could see them both sliding, but they'd probably both go. They'll both go early.
Yeah. So, all right, let's play the game. Let's go Chase to 6. And now you're looking at
7's the Lions. I have no idea what they need. They are fucking terrible.
I'd say probably wide receiver. They just lost a couple.
They need everything.
Yeah, so then they take whoever they want, Smith or Waddle.
Yep. So let's say they go Smith. And now Carolina is at 8. They just got Sam Darnold. So they're not going to draft a quarterback.
Not going to draft. I don't even know what they have defensively. I don't know anything about that team.
I've seen a bunch of mocks where they take linemen.
Yeah, I was going to say
right now.
I think they go offensive linemen.
Slated for Northwestern.
Yep. So the Broncos will take the 4th lineman. I'm sorry, the 4th quarterback, whoever they deem worthy.
Yeah, so I don't know what, Trey Lance maybe.
I don't know. If Mac Jones doesn't go 3, then I assume it would be Trey Lance.
Yeah,
will be the 4th quarterback.
So now at 10, there's every single thing I've seen at 10 has the Cowboys taking Patrick Surtain because their secondary is fucking terrible and he's the best corner in the league.
Also, how old does that make you feel that Patrick Surtain's kid is getting fucking drafted?
Yep. Yeah, pretty old. So now we're at 11 with the Giants.
Yeah, what are they saying there? Line?
I'm seeing a receiver. I have NBC
Oh,
Sports.
so they're
has,
talking. They're taking Waddle.
yeah, that's what NBC Sports has.
Waddle.
I mean, they did sign
Yeah.
Galladay and they got Slayton. Will they go? Whatever.
Yeah. I don't know.
You're telling me that the Philadelphia Eagles, who had the 6th overall pick, the Philadelphia fucking Eagles, who can't figure out how to draft any fucking wide receiver, they cannot figure out how to get anybody to fucking catch a football. Even guys that allegedly can catch a football go there and can't catch a football. So you're telling me that the fucking Philadelphia Eagles decided it was a good idea to trade back from 6, where they definitely could get fucking Chase, and there'd be no issues there. They decided to trade fucking back and probably taking themselves out of any of the top 3. What does that mean? They're going to take the guy from fucking Purdue or Minnesota? Like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure that the Giants are going to draft a wide receiver.
I don't think so either, but I just love the idea that Giants fans think they're taking Waddle, and it then means that the Eagles don't get anyone. And it potentially means that the Eagles are stuck with Waddle, who I think is a very, very dynamic player, but I think at best he's Deshaun Jackson, and they already did that.
Right.
Good player, but like, what does he do for you?
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm trying to find a way. I'm looking through to get to what their needs are. All right. So the Giants' needs are, there's a lot on defense. Wide receiver is listed here, but it's wide receiver, edge, corner, linebacker, tackle, interior offensive line. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go defense too.
They could probably pick up Parsons.
They should get Parsons. That would be the
so
best pick.
let's say they're smart and they go Micah Parsons. So now we're at 12. They're going to take Jalen Waddle. 13.
Chargers. Is there a lineman available?
The Chargers.
There's going to be some good linemen available.
Yeah, you think they go offensive line?
They should.
I mean, I don't know who their left tackle is or what, but they've got Herbert.
Yeah.
All
right, so let's go Christian Darrisaw, the next lineman up from Virginia Tech. So now we're at 14.
You think the Vikings would take a quarterback if they like Fields?
That's the wild card I was thinking.
Yeah.
I could see them drafting a quarterback. I don't know. I feel
don't
like they're
know.
fine with Cousins, and they just love being Smidlers. So I don't know.
How long are they going to do this Kirk Cousins thing for?
Their offensive line, I don't think is very good though. Like their guards, you know what I mean?
Yeah, their quarterback isn't very good either.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So the thing I'm looking at right now, they have the Vikings taking the kid from Miami, the edge kid from Miami, Phillips.
Oh, what was his name?
Jalen Phillips.
Okay. Because there's that other kid, Gregory Rousseau from Miami, who's the edge.
Well, we're here. We're at 15.
All right. So yeah, let's do this. So 14 is really the wild card, the Vikings. They, say they take some random edge guy.
Yeah, so 3 quarterbacks are gone in our draft. So 3 quarterbacks are gone. Parsons is gone. The 3 receivers are gone. Pitts, obviously.
So at 15, the way this went down with the Patriots, Justin Fields is still available. You're looking at Christian Barmore, who's a defensive tackle from Alabama, who's an absolute fucking monster. So you have the number 1 defensive tackle on the board. You have the number 2 corner on the board.
Horn.
Yep. You have the number 2 linebacker.
Collins.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, for that kid from linebacker. I'm just going off of like a random big board that I'm looking at.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame. You have the number 4 wide receiver, Rashad Bateman. You have the number 2 edge rusher, assuming that the Vikings take an edge. And if they don't, then you have the number 1 edge rusher available, whoever that might be, whether it's Kwity Paye, Azeez Ojulari, Greg Rousseau, any of those guys. And then linebackers, you're looking at my boy, Zaven Collins.
They're taking him.
Yeah, that's the only play.
So, and this is where things get sticky. If Justin Fields falls to 15, I think you got to take him.
I don't hate that pick, but I just feel like Bill's not going to draft a quarterback first round.
No,
I think you could be fine with Trask or Mond, and you're just going to.
So I think he's planning. Truthfully, I think he's planning for Kellen Mond in the 2nd or 3rd round. But if you're at 15 and Justin Fields is available, you take him. Like I don't think he's going to be available. I think something is going to happen, whether some team is going to surprise or, Fields goes 3rd and then Mac Jones is actually the quarterback that's available. I don't want Mac Jones at 15. You can fuck off with Mac Jones. I like Justin Fields. I don't like Mac Jones. He had 1 year. He's an Alabama quarterback. He's the Pillsbury Doughboy. I just don't want it. He's an Alabama quarterback. That's the end of my argument right there.
At best, he's AJ McCarron. What is AJ McCarron?
Yeah. Ohio State quarterbacks don't necessarily have a much better track record. But
I mean, Burrow was pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. Something about Fields is there, but again, I don't think he's going to be available. So what I really think is going to happen at 15, the Patriots they're not trading up. They're not drafting a quarterback. If they sit at 15, they're either going to draft Zaven Collins, the linebacker out of Tulsa, or Christian Barmore, the D tackle from Alabama. They're going one of those 2 guys.
I think you have a badass in Collins. He's a bad fucking dude.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a monster. It's going to depend on how Bill wants to build the defense. Does he want to build it off the line or on the line? Because he already has a pretty solid linebacking core now that Van Noy is back, but
I mean, you also have to think that Hightower's getting up there too.
Right.
I think he's in the last year of his deal.
But you have bodies now. So Hightower doesn't have to be out there all the time. You have Uche should be good. He's supposed to be a stud. Everyone always talks about how good he is. He hasn't really done much. And I know Bill kind of fucking hates rookies anyway and doesn't play them. He's like Claude Julien back in the day. Claude would never. Yeah, he would never play any of the fucking young guys. But Winovich should be fine. You know what I mean? Like the linebackers that they have are now good. Like Hightower's back, Winovich, Uche, Van Noy. I think there's another one that I'm forgetting.
You're all pro Jawan Bentley.
Oh, Jawan Bentley. Yeah. Chugga. Jawan Bentley. Yeah. And Therese Hall. Yeah. Of course. The MVP from last year.
I also think it makes Bill's dick hard to just like trot out these like undrafted linebackers.
Yeah.
And like watch them play, or like cast offs like John Simon and Cassius Marsh.
Yeah.
Trade nothing for Van Noy.
Yeah, I think Bill has had a priapism for the last 2 months. Like hearing all of this shit about like people trying to trade up and take quarterbacks, and he's sitting there like, give me Christian Barmore. Because in some of the drafts I remember seeing like back in like November, while we were still in the season, Barmore was a top 10 pick. So
it's funny at D tackle, for whatever reason he didn't stay in the top 10. Probably not a fucking problem.
No. He's a
It's
stud.
just like everyone's got these fucking like skill position boners right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jalen Waddle. It's like I'm concerned about Jalen Waddle, honestly. He's a returner.
Yes.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, get him the ball in a slant, but I don't know against an NFL defense. It's
He'll
like
definitely get snapped in half.
I just don't know how good of a pure receiver he is. Because he didn't catch the ball when, I know it was technically 4 first-round picks, but he didn't catch the ball much when Judy, Smith, and Ruggs were all there. I know it's a numbers game, but he's going into the NFL. They're all professionals.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. We've seen guys that or have these massive college careers that then do nothing. Their game just doesn't translate. And then we've had the guys that were nobodies and then just kind of explode. But then you have the ones that explode and then go away. So you had like Juju Smith-Schuster, who I don't think really blew anybody away in college. He went to USC, but like he was fine. And then he got to the NFL. And then we thought he was going to be one of those guys like, holy shit, oh, here we go. Another Pittsburgh fucking wide receiver. And then he has like 1.5 good seasons. And then all of last year and the second half of the year before, he hasn't done shit. So
he definitely got helped out by Antonio Brown. Probably.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's a huge help having Antonio Brown on the other side of the field. I could probably at least have, 30 catches in a season if Antonio Brown was on my team, because they wouldn't cover me. So that's what I mean. I'd have to catch at least 1.7 catches per game. Now I'm not saying I'd have a lot of yards, but I would have at least 1 catch per game if I played with Antonio Brown. There'd be zero need to cover me.
Well, it's like Chris Hogan when no one would cover.
Yeah. The Chris Hogan route. Who's going to run that this year?
It doesn't matter. Cam can't get the ball to anybody.
Yeah, he's just going to throw on the ground. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
By the way, it was that Julio Jones talk that you fucking sent over this one was fucking appalling.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to get Vinny going.
Yeah, which you did. But
yeah.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, a second and a fourth for Julio Jones. Like, okay, given
he's 30,
player,
he's 32 years old and he still has $45 million left on his deal.
Something crazy. And no one to throw him the ball.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's gonna throw him the ball?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't catch it if the ball's in the dirt.
That was 100% baiting into Vinny.
Do we know if Nelson Aguilar can throw a ball like Jules used to do? Because we don't have a quarterback at receiver. So
yeah.
Jacoby Myers, right?
Yeah, Jacoby. He's still on the team.
True.
He throws a better ball than Cam.
He really does.
He does, actually. Like, as fucked up as it is.
Well, people forget he played quarterback in high school.
Yeah.
Are there any former lacrosse players in the draft?
Oh, I don't know.
Or anyone that went to Navy.
Oh, there's going to be plenty of guys that went to Navy. Are there any special teamers that went to Navy?
I was going to say, watch Bill do a whole plot twist and get a fucking kicker in the first round.
Yeah. I'm Googling lacrosse players in the NFL draft. No.
I don't know if we're going to have any.
Yeah, no, there's nothing I could find.
Oh, it always comes up later when they're trying to find something interesting about some guy that's just not.
Well, there's a list of people that played in the NFL that used to play lacrosse. Did you know Chris Hogan's on the list? And who obviously is like the number one person on the list is Jim Brown. He was fucking nasty at lacrosse. He was very, very good. It was like a
lacrosse? He was Native American, right?
Yeah.
No, was it him? Was it Jim
Who?
Thorpe or Red Grange?
Oh, I don't know.
Crazy Legs?
Sam Hubbard, Chris Long. Oh, dude, Chris Long played lacrosse. People forget.
You go to Virginia?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Chesapeake Bay.
Yeah,
Luke Krabs loves it.
it was Jim Thorpe. You're right. Jim Thorpe, one of the
Mhm.
first stars of the NFL. Thorpe is regarded as one of the
Mhm.
greatest athletes to ever live. He played football, lacrosse, and baseball at Carlisle Institute. Dude, when the fuck was this guy playing? What is Carlisle
20s.
Institute? The 1920s. The school probably doesn't even exist anymore.
Dude, I think he was an Olympian.
Oh, hey, this is how old this guy actually is. You ready for this? So Thorpe played lacrosse, football, and baseball at Carlisle Institute. Although it is unknown how many seasons he actually did play.
Oh my god.
Oh, so he'd be like Danny Almonte.
So this was before they kept records.
Dude, I was way off, dude. This guy was born in 1887.
There you go. Yeah, they were not keeping records or statistics for college athletes back then.
They probably didn't have birth certificates back then either.
Well, he's a Native American too, so I don't know how that really fits in the whole documenting.
Yeah.
He won 2 gold medals in 1912.
Wow. Holy shit.
Oh, I think I found our next DB. So this kid, Cameron Kinley, is a cornerback, and he went to Navy. So he's 1,000% getting drafted in the 5th round.
Oh, yeah. Can he play special teams? Can he cover kicks?
He'll make sure that, yeah.
All he can do.
Yeah. Cornerback out of Navy that can cover kicks. That's guaranteed. Where can I go to my bookie and place that bet? Can I just call them and like make a personal bet?
He's Justin Bethel's replacement or Matt Slater's replacement.
Yeah. All right. Are we good with football shit?
Yeah.
All right. I actually have no idea how long we've been going because I'm not using GarageBand that has like the timer at the top. So I have no idea. It's less than an hour.
I think
say.
we've been going like 40
Yeah.
40
We're
minutes.
good. So Jones, I want to get your perspective on some of these things too, because Dads and I bitch about stupidity all the time. So it's nice to get a third perspective.
Well, I am stupid.
Well, yes. Well, that's funny because on my screen, you're on the bottom.
Yeah. No. I'm pointing at my own name.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. You're pointing
On my screen, it's this way.
Yeah, you're down there.
Does it need to be this way? Dumb fuck.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
There you go.
So there's this stupid fucking thing, and it's kind of close to you too, where they're trying to make DC a 51st state. They're trying to expand the fucking union. And I look at that, my initial thing is that's dumb. One, because I remember I said I was stupid for no reason other than I don't like the number 51.
I mean, it's odd.
Yeah.
It's just odd.
Yeah. Like we're at like a nice clean 50. We got 50 states and you want to add one, which is a town, a city. DC is a city. You want to make a city into a state.
Does your narrative change if they add fucking Puerto Rico and make it 52?
That's my argument. If you're gonna put DC in there, you got to put Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's been wanting for a while.
I would get down with that, or maybe throw Guam a bone. They've been under
all that is an airport.
Why?
Not really.
What has Guam done to earn statehood?
They've been under U.S. control for like fucking 80 years ever since World War II.
Puerto Rico for tax evasion. The fuck is Guam doing?
Yeah, well, I mean, in that same vein,
Guam as like Guam, like nowhere.
In that same vein, what the fuck is Hawaii doing as a state?
Vacation spot.
Dude, it takes 5 hours to fly from the East Coast to LA, right? To California. So from either Boston or New York, whatever, pick one, takes 5 hours to get from New York to LA. It takes another 5 hours to get from LA to Hawaii.
Does it actually take 5 hours?
Why is Hawaii a state? It's literally halfway around the fucking world.
Actually, yeah, because it kind of divides like the Pacific Ocean in half.
Yeah.
Think about the half part. Like it kind of divides in half.
Yeah. And I mean, this is kind of neither here nor there. And again, I'm a fucking idiot, but they don't look like us either. And now I know in the climate that we're in.
Oh, you fucking bigot. You
and the
fucking
world,
piece of shit.
Yeah, the world is so like whatever,
Wow.
PC, man.
Just because they don't fucking look like you. Do you just want to fucking let them float away in the ocean?
No.
Fucking
I look at it like they're that far away. like my argument is they're so far away that like if you met someone from there, you'd be like, oh, you don't live anywhere near where I live. Like, like obviously you can meet someone from fucking India and you're like, yeah, okay, I get it. You live really far away. Or like you meet someone that lives, I don't know why, but someone that lives in Siberia and you'd be like,
people live there.
Okay, yeah, I don't know that you're far away. You know what I mean? Like you can go to LA and be like, yeah, it's like Boston, it's like New York, like it's shitty, it's whatever. But like you go to Hawaii and you're like, this isn't really part of our country. It's so like far away. Too. It's Alaska's so far away. Yeah, Alaska too. I mean, I don't think people in Alaska really give a shit about anything, but I do actually feel bad for people in Hawaii because they get fucked by, I think, taxes. Like taxes are super high there because it's an island and everything's imported and expensive. And then all the dumbass fucking mainland Americans try and go out there and build shit on their islands. And they're like really against that. There's like a huge thing going on. They're trying to build a, what the fuck is it called? An observatory. So they can look at stars. They want to look at space. And they want to put it on one of the islands in Hawaii. And all the Hawaiians are like, no, this is a fucking like beautiful island. You're not going to fucking dig it up and put a piece of fucking, you're not going to put a building here. Fuck off. Because they want to put it like on top of like a mountain or something. And it's like, what are you doing? I don't know. I feel bad for Hawaiians. I feel like they don't really want to be part of the United States. They're just kind of like there. I don't even know how we got on that.
We were talking about DC and the statehood.
Yeah. So DC becoming a state, stupid, right?
See, my whole thing is if you're going to put DC as a state, then you got to put Puerto Rico as a state because I need things to be even. I can't do with odd numbered shit.
No, nope.
So you can do that as long as Puerto Rico's on board, and I feel like they've been on board for.
Yeah, well, not really, because they don't want to pay taxes. They don't want to pay federal taxes.
I mean, that's kind of the price of admission. So
yeah, but the whole thing behind the like making DC state has to do with congressional seats because DC is very blue. The current administration and people in power are like, well, now would be a really good time to make DC a state because then we would get more seats and we would win more things. So it's not even like motivated by like the same vein as like a Puerto Rico, where it's like, these guys have kind of waited around long enough and like they've kicked around the idea and, we'll let them join if they want to. It's like, no, we need to have DC so we can win more arguments.
That's why they want Puerto Rico too, though. They don't give a fuck about Puerto Rico. They never have.
Yeah.
But Puerto Rico, if it comes over here, it's intended that it will be blue.
Well, not.
Yeah, that would
currently.
Really, yeah.
They probably lean a lot more conservative than people think. And also, who now has a big stake in property in Puerto Rico, is very, very rich people who typically tend to lean right. So
Yeah, so again, that actually wasn't really my opinion because I wouldn't fucking know anything about Puerto Rico if it fucking cock slapped me. But
yeah.
that was this is like when Biden was elected, this was one of like the Republican fears. Oh, they're gonna pack the court and they're gonna make Puerto Rico and DC states, and that's gonna give them more seats and more votes. And it's like, dude, there's like 14 people living in fucking Puerto Rico and like 100 living in DC. What is it going to be? 3 total votes?
Yeah. But I mean, in a current situation like now where everything is super close, like the Democrats have like a very slim majority in the House. Whereas like some votes that you would have like, a normal person. Like I saw there's a representative from West Virginia who's a Democrat, but he came out and was like, yeah, no, we're not doing a universal ban on guns or anything like that. He goes, that's not cool. He's like, I'm a Democrat and I believe in certain gun restrictions, but like, we're not banning things because that's against the Second Amendment. So like the reasonable people won't always vote one way, and they're assuming that like, you get some more seats, those are more chances to have unreasonable people that will just be puppets and vote which way you tell them to. But so that I think that all started with like Pelosi and shit. And she is now, I mean, she's been a huge fucking piece of shit the entire time. But there was news that came out recently that made me hate her even more. I didn't actually really hate her. I don't fucking know her. I'll never meet her. I have literally the most apathetic towards her as in general, but like you're just a fucking scumbag piece of shit politician, because what happened was Microsoft 2 months ago, a month ago, something like that, within the last couple months, received the largest government contract, I believe, in United States history. Shortly before, like I'm saying, like within weeks of that contract being awarded to Microsoft, do you know who invested $10 million in Microsoft? Mr. Pelosi.
Oh, I saw she did that.
Yeah, no, Mr. Pelosi, because it would be illegal if she did it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be cool if she.
Yeah. So, he probably had no idea that Microsoft was about to be awarded the largest government contract before it was made public. Because why would he know that? And, it was just dumb luck that he just happened to have $10 million laying around that he could invest into Microsoft.
He definitely holds the wallet in that family.
Yeah, but also
I'll also tell you the U.S. government definitely okayed that, because it's not just one of those things, because fucking cuntbag Chris, his wife works in funds and stocks and bonds and whatnot. He can't just go and buy whatever the fuck he can't trade like at all. Like he can't download Robinhood and trade because of his wife's position at the company. Like everything that he wanted to do would have to get cleared. Like if he wants to buy fucking 3 shares of DraftKings, they have to clear it because of compliance issues.
Yeah. Well,
so the U.S. government definitely okayed that.
Well, here's the other part of that. In 2012, Barack Obama signed a bill into law that prohibits hold on. I think I'm reading the wrong one. But there's something in law right now that allows members of Congress to engage in insider trading. Like they're protected. Like they're considered like protected members. And like I think the rationale behind it is, I don't know if I would call it like good, but it might be valid and or sound if we're doing like philosophy shit.
Lucky for you, we're not.
Yeah, but it's the whole rationale behind it is that these are the people that run the government, so they have to be privy to like all information. So like you can't restrict them from using the stock market. So therefore they have to be able to. So therefore they're allowed to insider trade.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of like you're given the information, just don't be a fucking dickhead about it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's the same thing that went down last year. All the politicians sold all their stocks and a bunch of money. They pulled it all out of the stock market right before coronavirus. Like they knew what was about to happen, and they yanked all their money out. And that started the slide into the massive crash on March 22nd.
Like the 20th.
Yeah, 22nd, I think, was the low point in the stock market, which has made me a lot of money. So whatever. And I'm just a fucking loser. So I can only imagine how much money people that like have real money to invest have made in that time. So whatever. But yeah, no, I think there's something along that protects them from insider trading. I've heard that before. So I don't know. Fuck her. Fuck that shit. I don't know. You want to start wrapping this up? Is it that time? Has it been an hour? I think it's been about an hour. By the time we get
close.
Yeah, by the time we get through with 3 final thoughts, I think it will be good. Jones, would you like to go first?
Were you gonna say something? Fuck.
I can go. It doesn't matter. I can go.
You can go. Because yours is actually way better than mine.
All right. So, based on many reasons, one being, I guess, so this weekend, the golf tournament, they did like walk-up music, and I don't know why at a golf tournament, because it doesn't really work. Because then they did it like walking off the tee too, but 2 groups walk off the tee, and they only played one song, so
yeah, how do you decide?
Doesn't really track.
Yeah.
So you get to pick whether you're a baseball player, you're a wrestler, or you just, for whatever reason, have fucking walk-up music. What song are you picking for yourself? And
all right.
Oh yeah, no, I'll go for. I'll go first because I took some poetic license with this, and I came up with a few songs. One, if I was to have a theme song, not just an entrance or a walk-up song, I would go "People Equal Shit" by Slipknot. I don't think it requires any more explanation.
Nope.
But that song is not the best potential walk-up song. Because if I was in the WWE and I'm going to have so first of all, I would be a huge dick and have like a long entrance.
That's where I went too.
You like bang and then I come running out. No, I'd be a long entrance like fucking Goldberg. That would be Your Betrayal by Bullet for My Valentine. Now it takes a very long time to get into the song. But that intro hits really, really fucking hard. So then I'm thinking, well, if I'm doing like walk up, something quick, it takes too long to get into it, so that doesn't work. That would have to be my my WWE song. So I still haven't decided. I'm gonna pick. I'm picking 6 by All That Remains because the intro guitar riff there. That one hits pretty hard, but it also gets into it pretty quick. So like that would work for actual like walk up music. I was thinking some Pantera there, but 6 just kind of 6 by All That Remains is like a special kind of intro that no one even fucking knows what I'm talking about either.
I really thought you were gonna go Pantera, but 6 is a fucking great song.
Yeah, I was thinking Pantera, honestly, and then I had Pantera on my list, and I was either gonna again on the I was gonna pick on the fly. I was picking between 5 Minutes Alone and I'm Broken because I wasn't gonna go Cowboys from Hell or Cemetery Gates, which I think is the best song ever written. Because those have been done before, and in like Walk, I wasn't doing Walk, so
Everybody does.
yeah, it's already been done. And like the Dallas Stars did Cowboys from Hell, like that was their intro song. Like that's awesome. So that worked for a hockey intro, but I will not be picking it because I'm going 6 by All That Remains.
Jones.
All right, so I'm glad that you built that up, Bobby, because was doing the same thing. Like I wasn't sure if we're gonna do a walk up thing, like a WWE thing, because when you were first put it in the group chat, I'm like, well, I gotta think about a character I want to walk into. I want to be like the Undertaker. I want to be like Sting, like Pro Sting. I need something long. I need something fucking drawn out, something like fucking awesome, like banging. So for like the long entrance thing, I put "Death in the Eyes of Dawn" by Enslaved, just because that song is just fucking amazing. It's super heavy. And then for a walk-up thing, I have "Satan Prayer" by Ghost. It's kind of like Scooby-Doo metal, which is it's out there. Like that was from their first album. It was kind of very like campy and shit, but they have some. It's a pretty fucking cool song. So I went with "Death in the Eyes of Dawn" and "Satan Prayer."
All right. So when you sent this, I immediately thought of like WWE. Like I think you had said like a walkout or an entrance, and I was like, oh, entrance, like I'm going WWE, like I'm a fucking wrestler. And then I was thinking like, what would like fit? Like what would be really good? And then I thought of a little rip on one that already exists. So what I want for my entrance, and it could also double as my theme song, is the beginning part of the Kurt Angle entrance music, but I want "You Suck" to be in the song. I don't want it to be said by the crowd. Like I want it like in your face. Like I want everyone to know that like I'm here and I suck. Because how awesome would it be like the beginning of the song where it's like whatever, I don't even remember, like dun, 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 and then it goes like dun, dun. Like I want over the dun, dun to be like "You suck." He sucks. He sucks. Like that's what I want.
You have to have Vinny do the voiceover too.
Yeah.
Vinny's got to do the vocals.
Yes, that's what I want. So I want the Kurt Angle music, and I want Vinny's vocals over it, telling me that I suck.
For a second, I thought
Vinny says you suck.
Yeah.
I thought you were going Bring in the Clowns for a second.
Oh, that would have been a good one too.
I would also like to put this out there. So when I was working for Stonehill Hockey, the first game of the season, I think it was the second year I worked for them. They came out to Shake Your Tail Feather, and it was actually pretty good. Like I thought it was gonna be weird, but like it actually went okay because it starts with the sirens and it gets into it. And you open the door once the sirens end, and then they start skating around. So that's very off-brand for me. I would never do such a thing, but I did want to throw that out there as a sneaky viable option.
Huh. All right. I like that. Jones, would you like to share your final thought?
Sure. So I couldn't sleep the other day, and which is weird because I really don't have a hard time sleeping.
Yeah.
So I was actually trying to make the planet better in this little stream of consciousness. And I wanted to hone down on what if we could eradicate a bunch of species or types of species to make the world like more functional and a better place for the rest of us living here, what would I eradicate? I came up with like 27 different things. But I'm just interested in you guys' top 5. So I have my 5. Number 1, you gotta get rid of 3 to 4 billion people. Probably all of us.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't think we qualify. We qualify as good people.
We're not doing anything special.
You don't want to keep us around.
No, I don't want to even keep around.
Yeah, that's what I said to you before. I go, I don't know, man. I think Thanos was onto something.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then I have so birds suck in general, but you kind of need to keep some birds around because they're actually kind of useful. They eat like dead carcasses and shit. But like, so pigeons go fuck off.
Pigeons can get fucked.
Doves, I have no use for them. Go away. Geese and swans, they're just fucking dickheads. Get out of my face.
Yeah, and they're Canadian. Canadian geese suck.
Yeah, and it's weird because Canadians are so nice, but Canadian geese are fucking cunts.
Yeah, they're fucking losers.
Blow me. Fleas and ticks, I don't even know why they're like a thing in general. Like they serve no purpose.
What purpose do fleas and ticks actually have?
Other than just fucking piss you off.
Yeah, and give you disease.
Get fucked. Go away.
Yeah. Yep.
Mosquitoes.
No
purpose. Go away.
Nope. Zero.
On the last thing I have is kind of the same thing as mosquitoes. Horseflies. Horseflies serve absolutely no purpose.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You can just
like the greenheads.
Yeah.
They fucking bite. They suck.
Yep.
There was a ton of them up around around Gloucester and Essex and that area.
Yeah.
Like we used to go up there back in the day. Yeah. They had all fucking green heads or green flies. I don't know what the fuck they're called, but they used to bite and it would fucking hurt.
And like when I was like really young and I lived in Iceland, we used to get like the green heads even there when we had horses, and I would just get it fucking suck.
Yeah.
Kill yourself.
Well, you should have got rid of the horses. Would have solved your problem. Would have solved 2 of your problems. You don't have
any more. Got rid of me, and that would have been solved all my problems. Wouldn't have been my problem anymore.
This is true.
Well, yeah, just interested to see what you guys had.
Well, top of my list, Californians. I got no use for them.
Fuck 'em.
Second on my list, raccoons. Useless.
Yeah, I don't trust them. They creep me out. Those little fucking hands.
They
have thumbs.
Fucking gross, and like they like fuck them. Fuck raccoons.
I
hate rodents,
thumbs.
but specifically raccoons.
Yeah.
Turkeys. I got no use for turkeys.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
The meat
Actually,
sucks.
probably have no use for any flightless bird, but
yeah.
Turkeys. Fuck turkeys. Dumb fucking fucks. Poison ivy. I'm taking that little liberty on that because you said species, and that's a species of a plant. So I'm getting rid of poison ivy.
Yeah, plants are
Me and
alive.
Poison ivy don't get along.
Yeah.
Definitely don't get along. And then, fuck, that leaves me with one more. I'm gonna go with people whose lives identify with
people that annoy you.
So the human race is gone.
No, I mean, so specifically, I'm going people who identify like fitness as their life, because these people are all completely full of shit.
Yes.
It's like, I used to be so unhealthy, and I used to drink so much, and I used to do this, but now I work out, and I've got a 6-pack, and I'm so healthy because I work out 3 times a day, every day. And it's like, no, motherfucker, you just replace one thing for another.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I used to be addicted to heroin, but now I'm shredded.
I'm a CrossFitter.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you just replace one addiction that might kill you with another one that, probably won't.
Yeah.
But the other thing too is, it's like, dude, fitness is like a means to like going to the gym is like a means to an end. It's supposed to make you like healthier. It's supposed to be a part of like activity, whatever. How the fuck do you like arrange your life around that?
Yeah.
Like you arrange, like, it's like, oh, what are you? I was like, oh, I'm a lifter. It's like, yeah, I mean, I am too, but I don't fucking identify as one. Where it's like, what are you? Oh, I'm a runner. I run.
Yeah.
From what? Who the fuck's chasing you?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
running for?
They're like, what do you like to do for fun? Oh, I run. And I said for fun.
I did it for fun. I didn't say, what do you like to do because you hate yourself?
Yeah.
What do I like to do because I hate myself? I come on here.
Yeah. I wake up every day.
I gamble on sports because I hate myself. I can't win.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I haven't checked any of my my bets today.
I
yet.
fucking forgot to place every bet tonight. So it'll probably be my best night.
Oh,
I just
wow.
wasn't paying attention at all.
I am currently 3-0, sitting at 3-0.
Like confirmed or like trending?
Only one of those is confirmed. I am trending 3-0, which means I will end up 1-2.
1 and 2 for sure.
Yep. All right. So I think I also had mosquitoes on my list because mosquitoes fucking suck, and turkeys. My reasoning was that they do nothing. They provide no benefit, and when you cook them and eat them, it sucks.
That's I had that in my original, like the 27. I had turkeys as one of those because they really.
Yeah, and I think it says something that the three of us came up with these lists differently, and we all had turkeys. So I mean, turkeys can get fucked. They're also dicks. They just like stand in the middle of the fucking road and expect you to like stop or like go around. Like, fuck you. I'm gonna, if I wasn't doing 40 miles an hour and like wasn't really like sure that my car wouldn't get damaged from hitting you because you're a fat fuck, I would just run you over. I literally like had that thought the other day. I was driving down the road and a turkey walked in the middle of the street and I was probably doing like 35, 40. And I was like, I'm not moving. And then as like, this is like all split second stuff that happens in your head, like as you're making decisions. And I was like, fuck this. I'll just hit the turkey, run it over. I fucking hate turkeys. And then as I got closer, so I'm like maybe like 60 feet away at this point. And I'm like, shit, if I hit this fucking thing, it's probably going to dent my car. So I stopped. I cared more about my car than I did the fucking turkey because I hate them so much.
There's nothing to care about with turkeys.
Yeah.
Fuck those things.
Yeah. So then my third one would be possums. I don't like possums. They creep me out.
Yeah,
they're like,
too.
Yeah, they have like those weird faces and they have like claws and teeth. It just doesn't do it for me.
Hiss too. They're the hiss.
Yeah, they fuck with you. They play dead. And then you get closer.
No, dude.
They like freak out.
They don't play dead. They play possum.
Yeah. Oh, and I hate the fact that it's actually opossum. Like the word possum is spelled opossum. You can get fucked on that too.
Yeah, I'm not usually.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here with your O. What are you, fucking Irish? You're some fucking opossum. Fuck off. The one of them, I forget what my fourth one was, but my last one I cheaped out and I said most people in general. I can't remember my fourth one. I think it was.
I can probably give you another one.
Yeah,
because I had one on there.
Yeah, I mean, you got 27, so there's 23 more that you haven't said.
Deer can honestly fuck off. Like they don't give a shit. Like if they're just gonna go across the road, they don't give a shit if you're gonna stop.
Yeah,
and they'll like actually look into your headlights, like, oh, well, I'll just leap in your car.
Actually, you know what? I don't mind deer. Fuck moose, because if you're driving for the same idea, because if you're driving your car and you hit a moose, like, all right, so if you're driving your car and you hit a deer, your car is probably totaled, but the deer's going to die because he's stupid and he's dumb and he's fucking a deer. If you're driving your car at the same exact speed that you hit and killed that deer and you hit a moose, your car is totaled, you're potentially dead, and the moose is going to get up and walk away like nothing happened. The moose is like the N64 meme, LOL, LOL, like I give a shit. So fuck moose. That's my fourth one.
I had the moose on my list too.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, it says something that we come up with these.
I mean, there should have been an honorary ourselves first.
Well, yeah.
Which I know we said. like I know we said like, yeah, no, we wouldn't make the cut, but like we should have been very explicit with myself, number one.
Yeah.
anyone I associate with.
Yeah. Myself and anyone I associate with. We
Myself,
eradicate
my
that.
family, anyone I associate with.
The world
anyone
gets
I
better.
Associated with, and anyone I will associate with.
Well,
There's my 5.
it's the butterfly effect. You get rid of us, and then it fixes the world.
I don't know. That gives us a lot of credit for a lot of power we don't.
Yeah, that's true. I was gonna say, get rid of us, and all of a sudden the Amazon rainforest grows back.
I was gonna say, no, you get rid of us and nothing changes.
Yeah. We're so fucking shitty, nothing changes. Oh man. All right. So my final thought is there's this whole stupid fucking thing now going around, and shout out to Sexy Chris because he sent this to me. Someone sent like a screenshot. Someone took a screenshot and put it on like social media of like all of the free shit you can get if you're vaccinated. And they're like donuts. There's like 2 or 3 different donut companies. Krispy Kreme is one of them. There's another one on there. White Castle. You can get free White Castle if you're vaccinated. You can get free Nathan's hot dogs. You can get free cheesecake. I don't know if it's from the Cheesecake Factory. I think it's from some other thing, but there's this like whole massive list of like places you can go if you're vaccinated. So this is almost like a 2-part question.
It's like, so now that we're vaccinated, like people are vaccinated, we're making this into like a federal holiday. Like part one of this is if you could secretly eradicate people that are vaccinated, how would you do it and where would you send them? So like, would you like, I don't know, put poison in Nathan's hot dogs and like let them fucking die off? Like, how would you do it if you could get rid of people that were vaccinated? I just probably like invite everyone to my house and I would just die because I'm vaccinated.
Just turn the gas on and light a cigarette.
Well, no, this is but this is the other part of it is it's not just people that are vaccinated. It's people that are vaccinated and now trying to take advantage of these free shit. So like you're vaccinated, but like you're not going to go beat down the door to get Nathan's hot dogs or like go try and like fight an old lady over a piece of cheesecake.
All right. I'm putting cyanide in the old country buffet. Because if you fucking have the balls to go there for free because you're vaccinated, you deserve everything I just fucking did.
That's pretty fucking solid. I like that one.
That would be one. It's like no one should go there. No, like by no means. And it's like if you go there for free because you're vaccinated, poof.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I would probably put kind of going off of yours because I have no idea that. I go to put rice in like a quarter pound of cheese from McDonald's.
All right. Funny story. I also use ricin, but I put ricin in the glaze on Krispy Kreme donuts because I have a gripe with Krispy Kreme donuts. Because they had one in Medford when we were growing up, and I actually really liked it, and then it shut down and it went away, and I have never been to a Krispy Kreme since, nor have I seen one. So I don't like Krispy Kreme anymore. They teased me because they were in Medford for like 2.5, maybe 3 years. They got my hopes up and then they disappeared. So fuck Krispy Kreme. I'm putting ricin in the fucking glaze at Krispy Kreme.
See, no one went old school with anthrax.
Yeah, I mean, I figured it was like that's too easy. Yeah, it's like picking Prince Philip in the death pool.
It's a classic. I'm telling you, like
it
sometimes
is.
you gotta play the hits. You gotta play the hits.
Yeah. Play Freebird.
Oh, Jared, I almost sent you a Snapchat with the light turned green. So I went to my warehouse today in Southern Maryland, and it's like right by a hospital, and they have like these big old like construction LED signs, and it said lower your risk of COVID by not smoking, and they gave like a number for a smoking cessation number. Like, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is so good. You won't get COVID if you smoke.
Right.
You might get lung cancer.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. It's no big deal. Whatever.
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why.
When you're trying to motivate people. Yeah, like the commercials with the lady with the fucking voice box wasn't enough for you. A billboard about COVID is gonna be what does it. That's right.
Yeah. Or the fucking pictures of the people that like have their jaw like cut off, like they only have half a jaw. It's like, yeah, no, it's not gonna do it. Not gonna do it for me. COVID. I won't get COVID. All right, cool. I'll stop smoking.
Yep, last one. Last
Yep.
butt today.
Yep. This is it. I'm done. I'm quitting cold turkey.
So,
all right. Well, I think that's going to do it. That's it for us. We got to do that whole thing. I'm like,
ending spiel. Let's go.
I literally was just thinking in my head, like, how am I supposed to end this? Because we're on Zoom and literally say the same exact thing.
You do every fucking show.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
bye.
Yeah. Okay, bye guys. So thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, hopefully this works. Hopefully this episode actually is real and comes to life, and I don't fuck it up. If you're on YouTube, click subscribe, which now I think is going to be over there. And give us a thumbs up, which is going to be
over
which
there.
which is going to be down here. So click
we
the
don't want
thumbs
what's
up.
down there. We
It
do
looks
not
like
want
this.
what's down there.
Do not click the one that looks like this. Click the one that looks like this.
Yeah, if you keep offering me what's down here, though, I might have to give you a thumbs.
Wait, get closer to the screen. Now move away.
Now further.
Now further. And now up. Oh, I see what you're doing.
Did you have that
gross.
necklace there 5 minutes ago?
Yeah. What a great movie. Fuck. Oh yeah. Subscribe wherever you're listening. Hopefully the audio version works. The video should be fine. Hopefully we get the audio up and going.
Everything will be fine, dude. We did a
Yeah.
fucking dry hump yesterday. It's fine.
Yeah, we're good. We'll figure it out. So thank you for listening. Make sure you subscribe wherever you're listening. You can find us. Yeah, buy a t-shirt. Go to the store. Go to our Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. Click on the link in our bio, and that'll take you to a nice little link tree with all of our shit that we have. Yeah, get a coaster. Holy shit. Yes, look at that.
Pretty good, dude.
Yeah, those are actually. I might buy some.
Those are pretty good.
No free ads.
No free ads. Go buy a coaster. There you go. If you're on YouTube and you're watching, you just saw that we produce high quality shit. All right. We're not going to produce some janky ass fucking coasters. If I'm going to put my own blood, sweat, and tears into making these coasters, they're going to be
I'm going to slave over there cutting the coaster.
Yeah. So make sure you guys buy the fucking coasters because they're nice because I handmade them. All right.
You think I got these bags under my eyes without making the fucking coaster?
You think I just get to go to bed early every night? No, I'm up slaving away on fucking Sarcasm Speaks merchandise. So you guys got to buy it. Go to the store.
So
Yeah. Yeah, so go to that's at Sarcasm Speaks Pod on Instagram. Twitter is sarcasm_speaks. There's no link tree there. Sorry. Maybe there is. I don't know. Go to the Twitter and click. I don't know. You tell me. Go to our fucking Twitter page at sarcasm_speaks and tweet at us and follow our tweets while you're there. And then follow the link tree if it's there. And then you can find us on Facebook at Sarcasm Speaks. So until next time, good night, everybody.